welcome to the Yacht Talk podcast. Today we are here at Island Gardens Deep Harbor Marina, the most beautiful marina I've ever been to, let me tell you this.
Thank you, Miriam.
I'm here with Gianluca. He is the manager of the marina.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Miriam.
Thank you so much for having me over. I'm so excited to be here. We have so much to talk to you guys about. I want to share with you all that this marina has to offer. It is a very special place in downtown Miami, right? So Gianluca, would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself, your career in the marine industry, how you ended up being the manager of this beautiful marina?
I started my career as a yacht captain, and I've been working for over 20 years as a first mate, and then I started my career as a captain. And I've been working since I finished my captain career in 2014 because I got married and I have a kid, so I decided to settle. And I know the owner of the marina, so talking with him, I asked him if there was an opportunity for me to start working with them, and that is when I started.
So were you a captain in Italy?
I was was traveling a lot. I've been, mostly I was spending my season in the Mediterranean, but I've been traveling quite a bit. I did a lot of. I've been a lot in the Middle East, in the Red Sea, also in the Caribbean. So I've been traveling quite a bit.
Interesting. Yeah, it's a difficult job with family, right?
Definitely, there are a lot of captains that they still work on yachts, and they have a family, but. For me, I really wanted to see my daughter grow up. I didn't want to miss the first year of my daughter's life, which I think is the most beautiful one.
Yeah.
So I took the decision of taking a short position. I've been still working as a relief captain on a few yachts, or as a rotation captain on few yachts. So sometimes I still when I have the chance, I still go and I do something.
Okay, and I am curious, what size yachts were you working for?
I was mostly on a sailboat, and the biggest one was 45 meters, which for a sail yacht at the time when I was working was a large vessel. Now, of course, the sites are going bigger and bigger, so 45 is considered not as big, but I was on that kind of range. I never wanted to go higher than that because then everything changes. You have more crew, you have more paperwork, so I always liked to be on a smaller size.
That's
if
very
45 is small.
And sailing boats, from my perspective, they look more challenging to captain than the motor yachts, right?
Yeah, you still have to deal with the same type of clientele. You still have to do the same thing that you do on motor yachts, but you have the sailing involved, which is you really have to know how to sail. It's not just motoring and reaching one place. You really have to plan your trip in a different way. So it's more challenging.
Right?
Yes.
Considering the wind. And one more question. Did you move to Miami when you started this job?
No, I was already in Miami. I moved in Miami in 2014, and I started working here at the end of 2015 when the marina was still under construction.
Oh, wow.
So in a way, I saw the marina being built. I saw the last part of the construction. So
nice, amazing. Okay, so talking about this, when was Island Gardens Marina built? When was the building finished?
We officially opened it in February 2016. Is when we had the first clients coming. Remember at that time the marina was half open, and we had just the south side open. So we had the first clients were just boats in the 60-80 range, And then we completely opened the marina at the end of February 2016. So it's since February that 2016, 3 years now.
3 years.
Correct.
Wow. It's pretty new, right?
Yes, yeah, it's pretty new. It's a new reality in Miami and Florida actually.
And you can tell by the modern design, right? You guys should visit the website. But like since you enter from the street, this is a very new, modern, luxurious marina. It's very beautiful to see. And we're sitting now at the restaurant, so we'll talk about that also. Can you tell us a little bit about what else is going on around the marina as part of the same project?
Well, the restaurant is one of the things that we just opened at the marina. It was already open a year ago. Then we closed. We went through a renovation, and now we just reopened. It's gonna and this is a very nice location, not only for the food, which is a Mediterranean type of food, and actually the food is quite delicious, but also the view. Fortunately today you cannot see it because of the weather, but just behind us we have the view on the skyline, Miami skyline, especially at night is quite spectacular. Not only for the yachts that we have behind, but also for all the lights that Miami can offer. So the location here is a top-notch location in Miami, and this is a part of the project. The marina was the phase one of a bigger development because they are planning to build 2 towers and shopping centers. So that is going to be a great addition for Miami and this area in particular. This is probably the only island in Miami where there is nothing on it except the marina and the Children's Museum. So it will be a great place to spend the time.
So the 2 towers are going to be 2 hotels, right?
Correct. Both of them are going to be 2 hotels.
2 hotels, a shopping center with more restaurants, I guess?
We are going to have more restaurants, and we are going to have high-end store. I don't really know the number of restaurants, but we are going to have quite a large number of different types of restaurants.
And do you have an idea? Because I know it's complicated with building and permits and everything, but when are you guys planning on opening that shopping center?
I think the goal right now is to start construction. I believe it's going to be in 2021. So probably from the moment that they will start building, it's going to take 4 years more or less to finish the construction. So most probably in 2025, 2026, the project will be finished.
And is there are the hotels supposed to finish first before the shopping center? Or?
They are going to build first the shopping center, and then they will go for the towers. So the shopping center will come first. Will be the first. Will be the phase 2 of the project.
That's very exciting. So, okay, what size is this marina, and how many yachts can be docked in here?
We have 4 different docks. They are each dock is about 400 feet long, except for the B dock, which is the one where we can accommodate the largest vessel. We can go there up to 500 feet more or less. So the docks are pretty big. We can take up to 50 yachts, and we can go from 50 feet minimum up to 500.
Okay.
And this is a deep water marina, so we have it's the only marina where there is a proper draft, and that can accommodate this large yacht all together at the same time.
Yeah.
We are around on the outside we are around 23 feet. On the inside we are around 19. So we, as you can see, we can have a very large vessel.
Nice. And it's good that it's not just for super yachts. You can also accommodate more smaller yachts.
Yes, which is still a good size.
Yes, but that's good to know. So what's the biggest yacht? You just said 500 feet, right? You can keep at Island Gardens. And is there a minimum size yacht? You just said 50 feet. So that's it. How deep is the water at this marina?
Again, is on the outside where the vessel behind us is docked. We are on 29 feet, so there is a good. It's quite deep.
Yeah.
The good thing about the marina is we are just in front of the turning area for the cruising ship. So in front of us, we have even a deeper water because we are there around 40 to 50 feet. So the draft here is not really a problem. We had a couple of large sailing yachts, for example, which they are the one that have the deeper draft, and we were able to accommodate them without any problem.
Nice. Okay. Now, could you please explain how the location of Island Gardens is an advantage for yacht owners?
Well, the location is very central. We are 10 minutes away from the nicest places in Miami because we are very close to Miami Beach. We are close to downtown, and we are very close to the airport. So not only that, this is one of I think it's the only place where there is an helipad. So they can also, which right now is closed, but it's going to be open soon. So in the future, the owners will be able also to land with the helicopters, so they can avoid the traffic.
Amazing.
Yes. So,
Amazing. And you're right on the ocean, right? You don't even have to go through
correct.
the coastal or everything.
There is the closest inlet is just 10 minutes away from us. Not only that, we are also close to the nicest places where you can go with your tender, or also if you have sites that allow you to go underneath the bridge, you can go and drop the anchor and enjoy, because we are very close to Key Biscayne, we are close to Fisher Island, and so it's also a nice place to be and enjoy the sea.
Yes, beautiful. So, how do you moor yachts at this marina to maximize your space?
This is the only marina where I believe actually it's the only marina probably in the States. There are a few of them like this in the Caribbean. We have a Med-Moor system, so we are not only docking boats alongside, but we are able to put, we have lines in the water, so we dock the boat the same way they do in the Med. So they are going to have the stern on the dock, and we give them our mooring lines. So we, instead of having 200 feet of vessel going alongside it, will take probably half of the dock. We have them moored, and that will take only 20 feet of space on the dock. So we are able to go up to 16, actually 18 boats on the inside. We have 25 space for smaller boats on the outside, plus all the other bigger ones that we can put on the face dock. So this is the way to have more space.
So I'm curious, Med-Moor means like in the Mediterranean?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
I'm learning.
So we give, like in the Mediterranean, we give them our lines. So they put our lines on the bow, and they give us their lines on the stern, and that is the way we do.
Very efficient.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. And do you offer any services to the yachts that are docked here?
They can, well, all the yachts, they can of course use our facility. We have a very nice lounge that was designed by Piero Lissoni, which is one of the most famous interior designer, Italian interior designer. So it's also, as you say, it's very modern, and also the view that we have from there is spectacular. We have a shuttle that they can ask us to drive the guests from the marina to the airport, or from the marina to the city. So that is one of the services that we offer. We have a barbecue area. Now the restaurant, also the crew members, captain, owners, so they can enjoy the restaurant, and we have a particular discount for them. So it's I mean, the marina is a lot to offer.
Yes. And I'm wondering if you guys have any services related to maintenance of the yacht? Most yachts have their own crew, right?
Yes, most of the yacht they have their own crew. They call also their contractors. We are very flexible with what they can do on board. So if they need to do some repair on their boat, they don't need to move from here and go to the shipyard. They can still stay here and do their repairs here at the marina.
Okay.
So that is also something that they consider, because of course the shipyard can be more expensive than having a contractor on board and
Yes.
do the job on the site, on the spot. So,
And one thing that I forgot to write on my questions, but I just thought about, how much is the cost per foot for docking here?
it depends. Let's say on a transient we go from the biggest one that is around $10 per foot to the smallest one that we are on the $6 per foot. So
And what does that depend on, the price?
on the length of the stay. So if, for
Okay.
example, if they stay less than a month, that is considered transient. If they stay longer, the price will change. It will be, of course, cheaper. Longer you stay, the cheaper it is. So
Yes.
and we have three different type of rates. Actually, four different type of rates. So
Depending on like the
yeah,
contract, right? Like 1 month, 6 months, one
the
year.
price changes for the size of the vessel. So bigger it is, of course,
Yes.
it's more expensive, and the length of the stay. So less than a month is considered transient. Then we go on the monthly, seasonal, which is a minimum of 4 months, and the annual contract for the people that want to spend all the year around here.
Nah.
For example, there is one that there are always kind of a strange thing that happen. Today, one of the vessels asked us if they can deploy one of their submarine and just do a. They wanna use it in the marina just to do some testing. So it's a kind of unusual to have a yacht request like that. It's not all of them that they have a submarine. So it's
Wow.
every day you have something nice that happen here.
Yes.
Yeah.
You learn, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And what do they do with submarines on a yacht?
Well, larger the yacht is getting, the more toys they have on board. So it's just for the pleasure of the owner. They like to go down and discover.
Look at the fish.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Marine life.
Yeah, so which is also a nice way to discover the sea. They have from submarine to helicopters. So it's
More comfortable than diving, right? If you
definitely
can go on a submarine.
you
why
don't get
not?
wet.
Yeah. That's amazing. Okay, so which is the biggest yacht you guys have ever hosted here?
So far it's been a 388, which has been with us. It's been becoming a kind of recurrent client. It's a beautiful expedition yacht. So that is the biggest so far.
Wow, 388.
388, I believe, is around 120 meters or something like that.
And how many, do you even know how many cabins are inside?
Not really, but as far as I know, I think they can host something like 60 guests on board.
Wow.
So that is what I saw online, because we don't really go on board. They are very
Yeah.
private, and they don't really. It happens very few times that we are allowed to go. I mean, they invite us to visit the yachts, but yeah, this one in particular, I think is able to host over 60 people, guests,
Wow.
plus all the crew
The crew.
members. Yeah.
Amazing. And does it like come for a few days and leave, or does it stay for a month?
Uh,
Like usually the bigger yachts, do they stay for a longer period or a shorter period?
Not really. Normally the big yachts, they travel a lot, so they come stay for a couple of weeks, just the time to do some repair, to do some stocking, and then they leave. So it's mostly the smaller yacht that are staying. Even though we have a lot of local owners that they have a large vessel, and they stay here all year around. So it really depends.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, and can you please? We already talked about this. Do you guys host any events at the marina?
Yes, we do. We have different areas that can be either rented for private events or we do events ourselves here at the restaurant. For example, only this weekend we are going to have two events. One is French and famous, and the other one is a famous singer that is hosting an event here. For example, during it's been now for the last 2 years that the Soho House has been renting the place for their New Year party. So we always we always have something to do. And for example, we do something for the crew as well ourselves. We every 2 weeks we do a barbecue that the marina offers to our crew and just to get together and just have a normal conversation without thinking about the yacht, the work, and so it's a very relaxing time. We have been having a very nice events here. So our events manager is very active in this direction.
Very nice. And I wanted to ask you a question about the restaurant. If people want to come and visit the restaurant, right now it's open only on the weekends, right?
Right now it's opening only during the weekends. It's open Friday, Saturday for lunch and dinner, and Sunday is open for brunch and dinner.
Okay.
So right now it's open for the weekend, but we are planning to be open all week around.
Okay.
So, and they can just go on our website, and there is the number that they can call to make a regular conversation. We also are going to allow people a limited number for a dock and dine, so they can also, in the future, they will be able to come with their vessel and just dock for the time of the dinner, and then they did.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And enjoy the view here.
Exactly.
Very nice.
Exactly.
Okay, now, what are the main differentiators between Island Gardens and other marinas in Miami?
Well, first of all is the number of yachts that we can take. Second of all is a real deep harbor marina, because we really have deep water around. One of the things that I really like to tell our clients when they call is our marina is completely built on floating docks. So you don't have to sit against a seawall that can damage your paint job or your boat. So you don't have to adjust the lines, you don't have to adjust the fenders. That is a big plus. Our docks are pretty wide, so we have a lot of customers. Sometimes they need space to do their repair or to park their golf car if they want. So our docks are pretty comfortable, and of course the location, which is very central, is a beautiful location too.
The beauty of it. Even the docks are wooden docks, like this modern color, light wood. I mean,
Correct.
everything is so beautiful. Just for that, I bet people should,
Yeah.
really want to come and spend time here.
Correct.
It's a wonderful place.
And we invite all the owners to come and visit our marina so they can enjoy this beautiful location.
Yes, great. So is there anything else you would like to add, Gianluca? Anything that I might have missed asking?
Well, is our place. We are really trying to be the first choice for, especially for the owners, because we really like to point to the fact that we really respect the privacy of our owner. We want to have our guests. We want to have them feeling like they are in a very safe environment and like being on a dock that they can have in front of their house, where no one is gonna bother them and they can enjoy their boat. So that is one of our goal, and also we are really trying to have a great customer service. So we are really focused on giving a great experience to our customers.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much,
Thank
Gianluca.
you.
It's been my pleasure to be here.
Unfortunately, the weather today is not the best.
Yes, but I will take a video from your website and add it to the YouTube video
Yes.
so people can look at what this is like. It's amazing, breathtaking. Like, I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad to be here, and we'll see you again soon.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
All
Thank you.
right.
Thank you again.